Hello friends, in today's video I will tell you about this standby earth fault relay configuration and testing. For these type of relays we use software DIGSI 4. So I will tell you all about the configuration using the DIGSI 4. So always use version 4.95. It will communicate easily with the relay. Other versions make some problem sometimes. So first install, if you don't know how to install the software, and how you can ask me in the comment section about the software and drivers installation. So once you open the project, it will open like this. This is our relay. I will communicate using this USB front port. So if you are communicating properly, you can communicate through USB. This is the printer simple cable using from the front USB. There is one option offline and other is Ethernet. You can use directly from the remote. So I connected using the USB, and my relay is now connecting with the software. It will download the settings from the relay and open the new window to make the configuration and final settings. First option here, you see this is online now. So we will go into the settings. First option is the device configuration. Which function you are using? As per our final settings, I am using here this. All functions are internally configured, but just select as per the final settings. For this standby earth fault, we always use neutral CT, but in our final settings he used time over current curve. So what we make from drawing, we move this CT connection from neutral to any phase. I am using this to phase 3 at F5 and F6. I will remove from F7 and F8 from neutral, because final settings as per time over current curve IEC. So after enabling this function, this relay is just for this function. If you want any other function, you can enable from here. We will go into the IO mapping. Here we will configure inputs, outputs and LEDs. So this is the our current function. I am using binary outputs, these 4 binary outputs on the same function, and 2 LEDs for pickup and operated. So this is a very simple configuration. The configuration for main function is directly inside. You just have to enable or disable. After this you can make latch or unlatched any binary output and LEDs. If you want to add any SAS alarm, you have to just insert this annunciation, this signal point SP, and you have to assign this binary input and output. But if you want to send this to SAS, there is one source and another one is destination. So in source we will give the binary input, and from destination, if we are using the internal function, we will give from source. And if we are directly want to give from the binary input and external source, so we will assign here the system interface. By right click we will configure it. When we right click, it will give us configured. So once we click, it will show here as SAS. We can configure this any function. So we will configure, this will automatically apply binary input 3 to SAS. So it will, I already configured, so I will apply and OK. So relay under test, this binary input will, once it will high, it will show us on the SAS also. After that we have this CFC. If we want to send internal functions also to SAS, so this we can use here to make any configuration. For example, I am using here SBEF operated and pickup to send to SAS. So I make in CFC chart. And power system data, we have as per final settings, we will put all these settings, CT ratio and whatever in the final setting. We can just simply change here CT ratio and make click OK. After making all settings, we'll go into the setting group A. Here is the function which we enable, there is on, and this final setting IDM which is ampere 0.19 and 0.34 seconds. So here are the final settings in which we receive this IEP pickup and time dial, because this is IEC inverse. So I will tell you in last how to calculate the time and how to test this. We will also test all these configurations after making. We will close this and oscillography. Make sure in DIGSI 4 you have to check the length of the oscillography here. You cannot change in Webin or Sigra. You have to configure this 4, because our time calculation is near about 3.5 or something. So I change this to 4. I will tell you during the testing. So after making all these settings configurations, we have to make save. Once we save, it will send us to it will give us option to send to device. So it is transmitting. If you are offline, after making all configuration, you can also send from offline device. I will tell you later this. Here it is asking password to send to device first. The password for this relay is 6 times 0. You will press 6 times 0, the password for this relay. So it will transmit all the settings and configurations together to the device. After successfully connection, it will show you the configuration is loaded in the device. The device will be the relay will be restart. After restart, all settings will be configured into relay. Here is the offline option. In offline, you can also make all same functions for settings, IO mapping, configurations, final settings. Whatever you want to change, you can change in offline, and after that you can download from here, or if you need from the main project, if you click download, it will ask password. Password will be same 6 times 0. When you click, it will show you this option through USB or Ethernet from where you want to send. You will select the relay and we will send through USB, because we are connected through front port USB. So after if you want to change anything in the configuration, binary input or something, you need to also update this IEC station. In DIGSI 4, you will go into the IEC station, then object properties. What you need to do, you have to update and this communicator. So in communicator, you have to, if there is relay is not added, it will show here. You have to click and add. It will add, and after that you have to make this update. After making any configuration update, you have to update this IEC station also. Once you will go into the object properties, in update, some relays will now all this is updated. If there any relay is not updated, this option will appear here, update. You will click update and then OK to update the IEC stations, because if IEC station is not updated, it will not send or not communicate with the relay. So you have there one also option, send DIGSI to device. To send the final setting and configuration, you can send also from here. It is connecting to device. It will ask password same. After that, it will send data were transferred successfully to the device. It will show you like this. So this is the testing format. First of all, we will check the measurements. After that, which LEDs and binary outputs we will check. So in configuration, what we make binary inputs and output we will verify, and after that we will check this function. We will calculate the times. So we will check first pickup and drop off. For this relay, we make setting 0.1 and time current 0.119 ampere current, and so you will check this pickup. It will be nearly equal to the setting or little bit more, and drop off we will check also same. Here we assign one LED, so still you see not come. Once we will go into the pickup value, it will show us see first LED for the SBEF pickup. Second one we configured for the operated. I will also tell you after the pickup and drop off test. how to check this function operated. We will take the binary output of the relay, which we configured 4 binary outputs. We will check one by one and give to Freja for the stop contact. So once the relay output will operate, it will stop the Freja to calculate the timing as per our final setting. So here are the connections. I used one binary output to the Freja. So in first of all, I will select the pre-fault conditions, means normal condition, and time to 1 second to give relay the normalized condition. Always try to give first pre-fault condition, and this is the 0.38. I injected twice of the mentioned current, threshold current, which is 0.19. So once I will give this current, after the normal condition, it will calculate. Here you see 3.363 seconds. It shows the time, and this is, you see, SBEF operated. The second indication come, it is latched. So this time calculation, I will tell you how we will make the formula for this IEC inverse curve. This burden we will calculate. Here is the formula to calculate the time for IEC inverse curve. 0.14 is the constant, and time multiplier and I threshold, which two settings I will put, you will get the value. Thanks for watching.